Yo, it's your boy Not Just Suave, reporting live from the bus stop. Yo, this one's for y'all, the bus takers, who are the money makers.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the bus stop. This your host, Court Dog, or whatever you want to call me. Today's episode is called The Urban Black Family. The Urban Black Family. This is featuring two of my best friends in the world, Tish and Corn. All right, y'all. So we grew up together, Tish and Corn. And I was sitting at the bus stop. I was thinking about, what? I do a lot with these two people, this couple, this wonderful, beautiful couple. I do a lot with them. And I was like, what? I feel like they do the Urban Black Family right. Like, they just do this shit right. You feel me? So I was like, let me get them on this podcast just to talk about it. I want to hear about their journey. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by they do it right, it's just like they've built something that is something to aspire to, in my opinion. They're not perfect. No one's perfect. But, they've been 10 years strong now. And
10-year anniversary for marriage.
Yeah, they've been married for 10 years, and I want to get into their brain, pick their brain, and walk us through and give us a glance into their lives from the beginning to now. All right, so let's get right into it. All right, so I really just want to get into you guys. I feel like you guys just do, like, you guys have been married. You guys are a great example of parents, like the urban black, like a little bit of hood, still have class. Yeah, like y'all do this, you know what I'm saying? And I really admire that because, that's something to aspire to. We don't really see that too much in the media or social media or whatever. So I see a lot of beefing, a lot of this and that. I see a lot of single parent homes. But I feel like y'all made something really special coming from Alexandria, Virginia, and something to aspire to. So that's why I want to really just get into you guys' brain. All right, so for those people that don't know you, how did you guys meet? Like, how did y'all meet? I knew that. So we all went to the same school. We all, grew up together in the same city and neighborhood. But how did you guys meet? Like, tell us, what's the story to come together?
Let her tell it.
We met in our neighborhood. We lived in the same neighborhood on the same block. So I liked him when I was little, but he was older, and he liked older girls.
Yeah.
Plus, I had a father that didn't play, with me with little boys, so I
Right.
just had to look at him from afar.
Right, you had to admire him from afar.
Yeah.
I
So
got
it
you.
started as a crush, and then we had a little love when we were little. He was my first kiss
Okay.
at Lyle's Crouch on the playground.
She dropping locations. Damn. Okay.
But and then things changed because he got, he liked older girls, and I
Right.
wasn't doing nothing.
Right.
So then I had to let him go.
So Corn, I know you moved away after a while, but you came back.
So I moved away. Long story short, like, I was around when I was young. We were both young. I left, came back. She left too, which I didn't know, but she just left a little bit later.
For school.
And
Right.
came back. We were both adults at that time. So
Okay.
it was the connection there. The energy was already there when we were young. And when we seen each other again as adults, it just kind of was there. The energy, the chemistry, it just kind of was
like right place, right time type of thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
all right,
It was like, all right,
Some
something really supposed to, something.
It was
I
meant
don't
to
know,
be.
yeah,
Okay.
type shit.
You
So, we had our first baby after that. So it was kind of like right away.
We a family.
So let me ask you this: when I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit, but when this is what I see a lot of times, I feel like people be dating or to just be hooking up or to hook up with someone, and it's like, oh, she got pregnant. Like, I want to ask you, like, how important was it to find the right partner? Did you see her being a good mother? Could you see her being a good mother to your child? And did you see him being a good father? Like, how important was it to have to have that good person for your child? Because I know you had a mother and father, you had your parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, how important was it to you to like pick a good partner for your child? Like, was that something that you thought of before y'all got pregnant, or it just kind of happened?
Well, the first baby definitely just happened. But it wasn't ever a moment where it was like, all right, it's going to just be my baby mother. And
Right.
I'm going to keep on going.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's something here. We building family. It's,
Right.
it's something I got to see where this is, and the second baby was playing.
So when y'all got pregnant with Logan, is that when the situation became serious, or was it already kind of serious before that, you think?
It was hot and heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
so you
It
knew.
was serious.
Yeah, it was pretty serious.
Yeah,
As far
that's
as the like chemistry, the connection, the understanding, which is rare. And you hear even people older than us express that,
Right.
older and younger, and it's like, man, if you find that,
Right.
that person that y'all just hear had that understanding, y'all can actually, you can feel like you can grow with someone at that moment. It's kind of like different versus, someone meeting someone that's already kind of like on their shit, and then meeting somebody else,
Right.
and then they're not growing together really. They
Right.
kind of, it's kind of like of a kind of grow together thing. And
Who brought up the idea of marriage first?
I think we both kind of agreed on that. And the crazy thing is like you said, we've been married for 10 years, but we've been together for 14, 15 years.
Right.
So we both had an agreement kind of really from the beginning that you had to live with a person for 5 years before you could even think about marrying them, even though that we knew the connection was strong.
Right. Right.
I felt that way, and I expressed that to her. I remember expressing that to her, and she was like, wow, I feel the same way. Like, I was thinking the same thing. She was like, that's realistic, because just getting ahead of the game. Like I said, I take a lot of game from the old heads that I grew up around, from people. I always ask people, like, always listen for knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Tell me something. So, and that's from young and old. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like always try to get that from people that I encounter. Right. And got that game. And it was like, yeah, if you want to be with somebody, you see people there's such thing as what they call an infatuation phase, right? So it's like a little phase, is this an infatuation phase?
Right. Or is this real?
Right. So you have that realization as well. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to really step back and be like, all right, if I can live with you and stay in your ass for 5 years in the same house. Right. And vice versa. She can stay in my ass and my stinky drawers, feet. Right. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
So I imagine your communication. So did it take time to like as far as communication goes, like, did it take time to learn you guys' communication styles, your love languages? I mean, of course that takes time, but like
we're still learning,
right? So it's
all. I don't think it ever ends.
Right.
I don't think it ever ends because it changes.
Right.
It changes for her. It changes for me. The key is communication. Yeah. Because now I can know when your love language changes. Tell me about it.
Right.
Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's just real. Like the communication, I think that's when people are connected. When the communication levels are like, I don't even gotta say shit. It'd be scary because it's like she be in my head, I be in her head. She'd be like, "Get the fuck out my head," and I'd be like, "Get the fuck out my head." Why the fuck you know what I mean?
Right,
so it'd be like that serious, like because it'd be scary sometimes because it's like if you thinking like I was thinking a week ago. Then how scary is that? Like, were we both thinking the same shit? It'd be real. It's so real. Like, so you have to have that real conversation, that real communication between each other to like, so that's kind of like.
Tish, what does it mean to be a good wife? Seriously. And for you, because, everybody, like, for example, we on the internet. We all want to, we all watch and see what's going on. And a lot of controversy, like people are like, my wife better cook and clean for me every day. That's my wife.
I mean,
but
that's part of it. I think you should be nurturing, You should definitely take care of the house. You got to clean. You gotta cook.
Right.
Even if you don't like to. I wasn't a big cooker in the beginning. I had like 3 meals.
Right. Spaghetti.
Rotate that spaghetti, that meatloaf, same stuff. But now I be like trying different stuff.
Okay.
Oh shit! I'm about to make some lo mein.
Okay, yeah. right.
With the real shit, with the real Asian shit.
Right.
But I think, I don't know.
So what does it mean to be a good wife to you, like in your relationship? Because everyone's relationship is different. Everyone has different needs. So like if give me some basic
For
things.
me,
too.
I don't know. That's just my friend.
Okay,
Like,
so
it's
being a friend first.
We like
Being friends first.
Yeah, that's definitely
That's
important.
I think a lot of people forget that step.
But some people don't think that's important.
Yeah.
They might feel like it's okay for them to like we do everything together.
Right.
Like some couples we meet, they do everything separate. They go out with their crew. You go with him. You gone. You in Miami. He in LA.
Right.
Like we don't really do that.
Right.
I think I just took my first girls trip and it was with my mom.
Right.
This July.
Right.
Because we do couple trips.
Right.
We like to fly out and have fun. And other people could come.
Of
but
course.
we going.
Right.
We.
So friendship is a big thing for y'all, like and I see that too, like just hanging out with y'all, like y'all actually have fun together. Yeah. And I've actually seen couples where they just like
oh,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? They
coming.
can't have fun. They just can't relax. They can't make each other laugh. They don't have jokes. I feel like y'all got all that, so I think that's really cool. Yeah. But what do you think is what does it mean to be a good husband? What is it to you?
To be a protector off top, because that's what I'm here for. So I'm supposed to always make my daughter, my wife, my family feel protected. To fill in when I'm supposed to play my part. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like fill in when I need to fill in. Fall back when I need to fall back.
And not to cut you off, but I was very impressed when you mean fill in. When Logan was little, you gave her a bath and he did her hair, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, he's like doing her hair, and Tish was like, yeah. I thought that was really impressive because you don't really see. I'm not gonna say you don't see too many dads do that, but he just jumped in there. It was like, all right, let's go get a bath, Logan. And then he was doing her fucking hair, and I was just like, this man's really doing her hair. Like I thought it was impressive. So yeah, filling in, I could see that. Yeah,
when you supposed to, there's no certain role. So like even when you just said like, what does it mean to be a good wife? It was like. The typical question is like cook, clean.
Right.
Nah, because I cook, I clean.
Right.
She cooks, she clean.
Right.
I do hair, I wash. I'm the enforcer. She's the enforcer.
Right.
We, you know what I mean? We
like
fill
50-50,
in.
Right.
We fill in.
Whatever.
Like it's really that fill in. Like, and that's the communication part.
Right.
Because it's like it don't even gotta be said. It's already understood.
Yeah.
I know when she falling back, I'm gonna jump in.
Exactly.
I know she know when I'm falling back, she gonna jump in.
So being attentive, being very attentive
and
to
that
each
just
other.
having that good communication,
Right?
And that friendship matter because you gotta be able to, be a friend with someone to have that type of communication.
Right.
It shit ain't no back and forth like. Ego shit. You
Right.
better than me. I'm better than you.
Right.
This your role. This my role.
See,
It ain't
that's what
nothing
I don't
about
like.
that.
It's just like the woman's supposed to do that. It's like, nah, that's not a partnership.
Just a part. Yeah,
you just
to be like 50-50.
Yeah,
50-50.
you do what you
Like,
gotta do.
Do what you do.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's good
Let's get it
communication.
done.
Yeah.
Like,
See,
Good communication.
That's
Sometimes
what I like.
I gotta stay home with the kids. She ain't
Right.
always home with.
Right.
Sometimes I'm motherfucking the house dad. And
Right.
I'm cleaning up.
Absolutely.
Right.
And she
Right.
real shit.
Right.
So that's the shit that matters. Not letting pride or ego get in the way
Right.
of your
Or
communication.
society.
Or
Not just-
What
society.
society tells.
Exactly. I think a lot of people get caught up in that, like, well, I'm the man, so I don't have to do this, or I'm the woman, so just
Or
do.
I make more money.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
have to.
Yeah, I
Nah.
think that's bull.
Yeah, it's
the boss.
bullshit.
I think that's bull. So when do you guys? So when it came to parenting, especially when it came to Logan, you guys' first child, did you have like different parenting styles? Did y'all discussing that type of things, or y'all just kind of? I'm sure y'all looked at how y'all grew up, and just kind of
Period. That's the foundation.
and seeing what worked, what didn't work for
Yeah.
you, and kind of.
Yeah.
So did y'all discuss the parenting styles, or it just kind of came natural with parenting?
Yeah, it just
Came
came
natural.
like
My dad, she always do a lot of. My daddy said.
I never realized.
My daddy said,
real.
and she never realized it. But I'm like, your daddy taught you a lot of shit, and there's a lot of good shit. I appreciate it,
Right.
right? I appreciate that good shit. But she says a lot of that. So saying that to say that we all say that, you know what I mean? And
Right.
my mama said,
Right.
I'm the same way.
Right.
My grandma taught me this.
Right.
So my mom did this, and I ain't like it. My dad did this and I ain't like it.
Right.
You know what I'm
All
saying?
right, gotta say it all.
So we're communicating on that level to where it's like things that were secret, which we were talking about this morning, things that back in the day they used to keep things a little secret. More now it's a Me Too movement. We all know it's to the light. Everybody talking about, whoa, Me Too. That happened to me too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We're relating across worlds.
Right.
Pretty much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of the internet and all of that shit. So now the communication should definitely be better and not worse in this day and age. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
we
for sure.
have stronger communication line with people all over. But motherfuckers then used to have to like, you remember when somebody went to work, a husband went to work back in the day, he ain't talk to his wife until he got back
Nope.
home.
Yeah, all
He
day.
walked back through the house. There wasn't
Yeah.
no phone.
True.
All day.
You didn't know if that nigga was gonna make it back.
Right. He died
Real
today.
shit.
He
Think about
died
it.
today.
Think about it. He died today. Think about that shit, right?
That's true, though. That's true.
So the communication is different, man. We
Yeah.
gotta be
It
a
changed.
little
Yeah,
bit better.
definitely changed over time.
Yeah, so you should be able to be better.
Yeah.
Like, it's really no excuse.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. So let me ask you this: like, so as far as I'm not trying to get deep into your business, but like, young couple, y'all, I consider y'all still a young couple. Y'all really doing this finances. Like, I feel like a lot of couples, that's where a lot of communication breakdown is too. Do you recommend like? Well, y'all are married, so do you combine your finances, or you still have separate finances? How do you feel about finances in the family? Is that an everyday discussion? Is that an all-time discussion? Y'all keeping up with the finances and stuff?
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, it's always a discussion.
Right.
It's always shit to do.
Right,
You
right.
know, but I mean, we combine everything.
Okay.
That's something we talk about a lot because we know a lot of couples who keep everything separate.
Right.
Or they be like, oh, I got a joint one for bills, but this my account, this my account. From the beginning, we've been like,
Yeah.
this what we got. We're like, I brought this. This what we got.
Right,
This what we saving.
Right.
This what we putting it aside.
Yeah.
right,
This what we putting towards your individual
Stuff.
stuff.
yeah.
This what we putting towards my individual stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
so it's just a
kinda always-
constant communication, constant
Yeah.
communication. Okay, yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
I remember when Logan was small, or I think you had taken off work because daycare was just too expensive, right? So that was a discussion. Like, look, it just made financial sense for you
yeah.
to just stay
Yeah.
home, and
We
and it's important for you to
going
just bond
work
with your
to-
kid anyway.
To pay them to go to
Going to work to
daycare.
Right.
pay daycare.
That's
Yeah,
not. That
it'd
makes
be
no
like-
sense.
Right. So y'all really, I mean, I felt like y'all was on top of that. You were just like, look, it don't make
Yeah.
sense. I might as
We
well
was
just stay
able
home
to-
with my
thank
baby.
God we was able to be able
And
to
be
do
and
that.
be that nurturer all the time and be that influence.
Right.
And not like nobody else, because
I can
those
teach 'em
years
that.
are those
Right.
years are the most crucial too. You know, when they that young and they see you all the time or they don't.
Right. So how do y'all keep y'all marriage alive? Like, I know, well, because I know y'all been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? No couple is perfect. I know y'all been through some shit, but like, what is something that keep y'all going? Like, what keeps you guys alive? Like, I know y'all sing together. Y'all do like a lot of like, y'all have shit at the house. You know what I'm saying? What is it? The outside influences too, like the family and friends.
Hell
Like, what
yeah.
is that what helps keep it alive?
Hell yeah.
You don't get
you,
bored. Yeah.
Our
You.
village.
Thank you. Yeah.
You
Right.
know, our family.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody is a big influence. You was at the 10-year.
Right.
So when we said it was serious, it was like, yeah, our village. If it wasn't for our village, we wouldn't be a thing, you know.
Right.
If it wasn't for my grandma, her mom or her dad, you know,
Right.
it's just real. Like, so you got to appreciate those people and they even make it easier for you to express yourself.
Right.
You know, so that's all day. The village is serious.
That's pretty cool. Let me ask y'all this though: what during hard times when you're like beefing and just like yo, fuck you, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do y'all keep like? Is it a matter of, you know what? Let me just leave the house for a little bit,
No.
or y'all just head on, just
Never
like
leave.
do y'all just head on like just think like y'all don't do like a cool off thing?
We
Y'all
might
just
not talk for a second, like you upstairs, he downstairs,
Right.
or whatever. I mean, or you this way, and I'm that way.
right,
But we not leaving.
right.
We don't go nowhere.
Okay, y'all just fucking tackle it head on and just like get
Yeah,
over it.
eventually it come
we
up.
don't,
We don't go to
wait too
sleep
long.
mad.
Yeah,
a lot.
we don't wait too
I hear a lot of older couples say that and never go to sleep mad.
Yeah, we don't go to sleep mad a lot. I mean, of
Yeah.
course, we probably have a couple times.
Probably drunk. I did it.
Yeah, a couple times. I had my bags packed and shit. I was downstairs, and then thought she was gonna come for me. Her ass was knocked out. And then she
Good
woke
night.
up, and I was right on the couch with my bags packed. I ain't moved. I ain't going nowhere. I was supposed to be leaving the whole night.
You ain't gonna beg me to come back, bitch.
That was
Damn,
real
you ain't even gonna
early.
give me.
That was early on.
I packed everything. Nah.
Damn.
Nah, but yeah, like, so a couple times, you remember. But
Going to sleep.
yeah, but not a lot. And then it's growth with that, man. Like when you already know you about to grow with somebody and you make your mind up to that and accept that, it's different
Right.
than when you just say, well, I'm here, I met you.
We'll see.
Take my shit. No, you do what I do is more important. No, what I do is more important. That tug of war ego shit
Right.
is real.
Right.
So people gotta definitely, know that you gotta check that and communicate and like, all right, I need to fall back. What makes sense? It makes sense if I fall back and she can focus on her and knock some goals out,
Right.
write her books, what I mean,
Right.
focus on her art, do her thing. And when it's time for me to do the same, she gonna be able to do the same.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's the communication. I'd be like, all right, I'm about to do this. I need you to,
That's interesting you say that. That's no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, so that's all I was expressing.
That's interesting when you say that. So when y'all get into those creative space, like you've written a book. When you guys get into that creative space, do you need just time, like your alone time, a lot, or what is your? Let me ask you that. I mean, and it's kind of off topic, but when you get into that creative space, and like when you're writing a book or you writing a song or whatever, do you ask for like I just need to be alone for a little bit? Like how does that
I
work?
don't really have to ask. It's kind of like understood.
Okay.
Like, I need to focus. That means you might need to get the kids away.
Okay.
Like, so I can have time to finish.
I understand.
Got you.
You know? So I think we do really good at
Filling in.
filling
Like
in.
we said, yeah, like really, like
And be
that's
like,
kind
oh
of.
shit, he concentrating. He about to finish. He gotta finish a
I
song.
gotta
Right.
finish something.
Let
She
me
gotta
make
step
dinner,
up. She gotta
let me
make
do
dinner.
this, let me
Even
put
if
him
I
in
said I was
bed.
gonna make dinner, I can get in my zone.
Right.
And now we at our house, and I got the studio. It's like it's serious. I
Right.
be down there, that's my space. That's my creative space. So like when we get down there, it's like, yeah, I could get caught up in something, and then she gotta step in,
Right.
or she can get caught up in some writing. You
Right.
know, it's like, all right, I gotta write this, get this off my mind, and then I'm like, all right, I got, fill in.
Man, that's awesome. That's one thing I love about y'all. Like y'all just, it's like you said, it's not an ego battle with y'all. Y'all just like, look, what do I need to do? You know what I'm saying? Y'all are willing to just fill in the blanks with each other. And that's really important. Like you said, you mentioned the ego battle. I feel like a lot of couples I don't know. It's not a competition. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we together, we in this.
Well, it can be too. I think it should always be a competition because you should but a
Healthy
healthy
competition. Right,
yeah.
right.
So never know. Healthy competition is like, all right, hell yeah.
You just
I'm
gotta
with
raise
you.
the
I'm with
sight.
you for that shit. Let's go. What we
Right.
gonna do? Let's celebrate. Now, what I'm gonna do with that motivation?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now it's up to me to take that motivation and do something good too.
Right.
And then she take that motivation that I had and do something. So it's growth.
Right.
You're
Right.
supposed to have that.
Right.
Like it's not supposed to be. Damn.
It's just
you doing
team
something-
building. It's team
You
building.
doing something good. All right, I want to do something good
Right.
too.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm not fuck what you doing.
Yeah.
What about me? You know,
Right.
try to sidetrack your whole
Right.
shit, throw a wrench in your whole
Right.
shit.
Let's just take turns.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like let's just but like I said, experiences. You see that you see
Right.
people in relationships and then out of relationships and why, what happened, what was going on. I ask questions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You need to know.
I've seen y'all reach some milestones from the beginning till now. Like y'all, had kids, got married, got career. You just bought a house. Like, are there some more goals that y'all are reaching for? Like, I mean, y'all just reached a big milestone with just buying a house. I mean, that's not a small thing to do. That's a pretty big milestone. As far as couple goals, like y'all still like. I'm pretty sure y'all have. What's another couple goal that y'all have? A big one. You don't have to name it, but like if you have it, like traveling or something like.
Yeah, we would like to still travel. We've started
Always travel.
traveling.
Yeah,
we
travel
like
will
to
always be in the goals.
That's important to us to see
because
the world.
unless you go everywhere in the world, but
Right.
that's gonna take lifetimes. So.
Okay.
Yeah, traveling gonna always be there. Like a couples counseling is a goal combination goal that we have.
I meant to ask you that. Did y'all do marriage counseling before you got married?
Yes.
Yeah.
You did. Was it through church or was just you?
Through church.
Okay. Was it effective? You feel like?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Really? You definitely recommend that for?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I recommend that people actually follow through with it.
Right.
Like, not just like
Don't
take
just
it
Just
for a
kinda
joke.
do
Like
it.
do the work
Right.
that
Just
they
do.
ask you to do.
Right.
So
Okay.
that matters.
What advice would you give to individually to a young girl, Tish? What advice would you give what advice would you give for a successful marriage? Like a girl looking to get married, she's going to attract a husband. Like, what advice would you give? Like,
Just to be yourself.
be yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try not to get lost in like what you think they want or what society says. You know, a good wife will be, like you said. You know, it's not really. It's just about being yourself.
Being yourself.
And finding somebody who is okay with you.
Right.
Like flaws and all. 'Cause
Okay.
You don't look like that. You don't act like that. Some days are bad days. Like
Right.
You need somebody that's gonna understand your ups and downs.
That's awesome. How about for you?
What's that?
What advice would you give for a young man that, for a successful marriage? What advice would you give for someone to have a successful marriage and if someone that's looking to get married or want to be marriage material?
Communicate is always the big thing. Communication, like
It is. Sound
number
cliche.
one. And ego checking. I
Right.
think males, we got real big egos.
Right.
I know I got a big ass ego.
Ego meaning like always want to be right, always
Yeah,
got to be.
and a lot of pride.
Right.
Like, cause men don't, after like what 8, 9, we stop really crying. 10, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We kind of hold it in. Women cry all their life. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Men be like, fuck this shit, I ain't gonna cry. Holding that shit. Some tough nigga right now. But that shit, boys cry. We always notice that boys cry more when they little
yeah.
than the girls. The girls don't cry a lot at all. It's the boys.
Right.
And we realize is that they getting that shit out before they get older.
Right.
And
Like,
they not about to cry no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we hold a lot of that shit in. And it's okay to express yourself and be vulnerable. Definitely with the one you love.
With the right person. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even in the world, because once you're vulnerable and you don't give a fuck what nobody else think, I think that's when
It's freeing.
reach. Yeah. You've reached your ultimate like awareness and understanding of yourself. When you just like lose that, like it don't matter. Like
I agree with that.
About
I definitely operate
nobody
like
cares about what you think.
Right.
Like that shit don't matter. So yeah, that like just having that, type of communication with that one. And dropping that ego, man.
That ego is something else, huh?
It. Yeah. Like,
Yeah. Man, really appreciated this episode, man. Like I really, really, really just wanted to get into you guys' head. I admire you guys in more ways than one. Like I said, I think y'all just do this shit right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all involved with your community. You involved, with your children. Y'all are out there. Y'all faces are out there. People know you. You know what I'm saying? You're just there in the community, and I really love that about y'all. Y'all both work. Y'all both focus on just being better humans. Y'all focus on family. Y'all just focused. And I really like that about you guys. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for stopping by the bus stop. You know what I'm saying? Love both of you guys. And I always said, if I was going to look for a husband, it'll be like this motherfucker.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be like that. Like she did the right thing. You feel me? He picked the right wife. You feel me? They knew what the fuck they were doing. Right? All right, y'all. Peace.
When we hit the stage, we gon' light it up. If forever in the day, we gon' light it up. 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 We gon' light it up.
I'm the type of girl to be down with that. I ain't never been a Hoover, imagine that. Come and fuck with me, I got what you need.